Just dialed up, made up. Damn, that was 12? Fuck. Mm. Ba-da, ba, ba-da, da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Now don't worry to be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. It's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it, not for nope, so don't worry. Do 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 do. Be happy. Look at me, I'm happy. In every life we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Boo 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 boo. Be happy. What the fuck's happening with the background? Say the game's going crazy. Stay safe. Really? That's your sign out these days? Hey y'all, welcome all. Bop. Alright. Scene. Let's go to AAR. What up, y'all? State of the game's acting crazy in the background. Um, maybe because I've had a couple minutes away. No, it's. Let me refresh. 276 people are waiting. There it is. 4 minutes. Oh, wow. Look at that. Like to dislike ratio. Oh, apparently the Raid fucking trailer dropped yesterday. Completely didn't know. Alright. Got it full screen. We still got 3 minutes 40 seconds. Um yeah, so let me get some things done though real quick. I believe my mic should be hot. Hello. Yep. Oh, what up, Mike? All work, click, so. Hold on, what? At work, click. Oh, okay. Since I literally got paid to watch Netflix. What? Because don't have any work to do. LOL. Wow. Getting paid for fucking Netflix watch. Netflix got anything good right now? A good series? I heard about Lennox Hill. I have yet to watch Chappelle's 846. King Griffey Jr. All time favorite. Oh no. Somebody's got to run to the store. I am quitting today at tonight's stream. Didn't stream last night. Why? Well, I haven't solved the issue. I restored back to yesterday's image. And it's the SD mic mute. So I know it's from the stream deck with the muting the mic button. But let's get connected to the game. We got 2 minutes. 2 minute warning. 2 minutos. Fuck Miami Heat. LeBron years. I don't care if y'all are LeBron fans. Piece of shit's the biggest hypocrite in the world. I know I shouldn't get political here, but LeBron steps up and fucking crushes Drew Brees with the national anthem, the disrespecting the flag, Trinity Church, and when the GM of the Rockets try to back some fucking innocent civilians over there in China, LeBron's like, Yo, shut the fuck up, man. Shut up, Daryl Morey. Fucking hypocrite. It all comes down to what matters to you. Don't be fucking jackass like LeBron. Oh, y'all are missing some decent music. How you gonna fucking... Man, fuck LeBron, dude. Telling Daryl Morey to shut up. Maybe you shouldn't talk like that. Yeah, okay. You fucking hypocrite. I got plenty of shit on LeBron's little bitch ass. Alright, we got 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and go live. Action. Let's get that share out there. Dude, this is not bad music at all. If this is what's in the game. EA Sports. Sorry if I'm a little nasally. Did some yard work yesterday. I guess it's that time of year.
Hello everyone and welcome to State of the Game number 163. Double checking that my microphone is working this time. Yes!
Yeah, man, I do
Success.
that too.
It's like I'm learning from my failures. Today we're going to be talking about some TU10 stuff. Obviously, if you've been playing the game, you will already know that you've been, the victim of a forced update. Victim's the wrong word. Not bad.
That's loud. Thanks for sharing,
TU10 has been
myself.
pushed to your devices. I'm gonna bring in Yannick, who's gonna be real mad that I phrased it like that. Yannick and Nikki, how you guys doing?
Great.
Yeah. Am I getting fired?
It's just I like your choice of words. So that's interesting.
You're a Marine vet, Mike.
You know,
All right.
you get a
Way to go, boy.
you get an update pushed. You're a victim of, the internet.
Yeah,
people.
Mike.
People saying you look.
I got
People saying you
sure
look mad at me, Yannick.
I
I'm
have.
sure some people would agree.
Let's just
Yeah.
say
I look mad at
similar
everyone.
opinions, but
It's
I gotta
just my,
keep it
It's
chill.
the stare down.
I don't know.
It's
If
just my stare.
I don't know if it's
People
mad or
are very sensitive
stoic.
these days.
Well, I'm not entirely sure.
Judgmental, I think. Judgmental.
Yes. So yes, like I said before, if you have logged in, this is an update being pushed that happened during the maintenance yesterday. There are some known issues, so I just want to go through those quickly before we talk about some extra things. The blinder Firefly cooldown being delayed after applying its effects is unintended, and that's going to be fixed.
Thanks for liking it.
Merciless/Ruthless is currently not gaining stacks correctly when used with Negotiator's
How
Dilemma.
about Firefly
On
doesn't
that
work at
note,
all if you
Negotiator's Dilemma is
switch
still doing
your
incorrect
side of
or
your
lower than
cover
intended
you're on.
damage against marked targets.
You have to
in
step
PvP, so
away
if
to
you're running
throw
that,
it.
that's
So
something you want to be on the lookout for.
nobody mentions that.
Increased
in the PTS, I guess.
rifle base ammo capacity by 50%, and it was intended to work in TU10, but that currently doesn't look to be working. And the Vanguard talent duration changes. The UI will still show that the old duration, but will be fixed in a later update. On that note, TU10 is out, and there's a bunch of cool stuff. I managed to jump in this afternoon, and it feels good.
Excuse me.
Already
Sorry.
found some cool drops.
Big, mic
a
stand.
particular rifle with some new talents on it got my attention. Have you guys had a chance to jump in yet, or been too busy actually fixing and
Thanks for
twiddling
liking
the
my-
knobs post-launch of TU10?
I've jumped in for a little bit, just hopping across the vendors because they have some pretty decent stuff for sale now. So
Yeah, no, I've seen
Yeah,
already a
I
bunch of
agree.
videos popping up on that topic as well. The vendor stuff
I
seems
hope
to
you
be
watched one of mine.
pretty
I hope.
legit. I would imagine that
I
there's going
did
to
get
be
the
bunch of
Cassie
videos
video
coming
out early this
Um,
morning.
on that topic. Maybe some vendor reset stuff.
Better do
Yeah.
that later.
Yeah, no, super cool. Yannick, have you had a chance, or you just on the
Fuck, I
front
meant
lines
to
making
send
sure
a link.
everything gets fixed?
But I'm a bit of both. But yeah, of course, I try to make time to play a bit. So yeah, for me, it's been mostly just logging in, making sure my build still works. It does, so it's good. And there are some
That's it?
new ways to
You're not
improve
gonna-
it. So
okay.
so I'm pretty excited about that. And then I'm just I've just
My
spent a
build
lot
still
of time
works.
just playing
All right,
around
we're
with
done.
trying to
I'll just
make
keep
new
playing
builds,
like
but
this.
I haven't really decided yet which way I'm gonna go.
Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of cool ones, especially once the raid releases, and we'll talk about that later on. There's a bunch of other gear that people have
Still
access
gotta
to.
watch the trailer.
They may have seen on
Trailer's
PTS,
out, by the way,
but
if you don't know.
the first thing I want to jump into today is the thing that kind of jumped out as soon as the maintenance happened, and that was the Season 2 pass stuff that had to be addressed. Yannick, can you give us a bit of an update on what happened there for those people?
Yeah, so what happened is when
what
TU10
had
came
happened
out,
was
the Season 2 pass was available, which was intended. But the problem is that since we're in a gap week between Season 1 and Season 2, the game still considers your progression of Season 1, or still shows your progression of Season 1. So when you would buy the Season 2 pass, then the game will be like, but wait, you're level 100 already and you didn't get your rewards. So you need to get your Season 2 rewards. So it would directly immediately grant you everything the way that it does if you join at the end of the season and just buy the pass at this point. So this was not intended. So for
How
the
many
time being, we've
people
removed the
got that?
pass because there's no reason for you to buy it before the season starts anyway. But yeah, just to be clear, we will not be taking away the rewards from the players who got them.
Will not be?
That's good to know. That's nice and clear. If there are any
I was
questions
so
on that
close
topic,
to
we'll
getting
keep
there
an
in
eye out
time
the
to
chat,
buy it.
and we'll address them as much as we can. But that's kind of the top level stuff anyway. So, Nikki, I wanted to bring you in and talk about some of the top level
crazy.
changes to
Those
loot.
people
For those
already got
people who
all
maybe
that
are just
shit.
checking back in now that TU10 has come out and haven't followed what's happening on the PTS, what are the top level design intentions for changes to loot in TU10, and why should people be excited about it?
Before I answer that, I would actually like to elaborate a little bit on the previous topic with the season level issue, because it also affects some loot things, and people have been asking. So because the season thought that you were still, level 100, that also means that some of the checks that we do to make sure that Vile and Mantis, the new exotics, to make sure that they only drop after you've acquired them from the season track, those things are also failing because of that incorrect season level. So that means that some people have actually been able to get them through loot drops, but that is not the intention. So as soon as your season level is correct again, you'll have to level up through the season track and unlock the Vile and Mantis at their respective levels on the track. And then they will become available in targeted loot, general loot pools, and also exotic caches.
Look at you, Mike. You already got
I
the
do see some
Mantis, so
other
you're
people
good.
talking in chat. I mean, before we get into
Vile.
the top level stuff, purple still existing in heroic. Is that an issue?
Oh,
or intended?
no way.
If it's heroic global difficulty, then it really depends on what you're playing. We've been pretty clear from the start that we don't want you to just, run through the world without any kind of challenge and just open crates and get heroic quality loot, because we want you to actually, make a build and play the content that that requires a build to face that challenge. So the stuff that does scale now is every loot container inside of missions.
Dude, I just hear a lot of
also the loot
bullshit coming
containers
that
are part of living world activities. So if you're just out and about in the open world and open a random loot crate, that does not scale. Can still give you a good drop, but it doesn't scale the minimum.
Okay.
But if you
still
go and play
purple? What the
supply
fuck
drops,
is he trying to
control
beat
points,
around?
territory control, all of those containers that are kind of part of the activity, those will scale with what difficulty you're playing that activity at.
This dude ran me around
That's
the
nice
mountain.
and clear. I just want to rewind.
Nice and
before we
clear.
go back into the
Okay.
nitty-gritty. As I said, there are probably some people who are checking back in
Dude,
with
that dude should
TU10.
be a
I've seen,
lawyer. He never
viewership
said
has
the word
increased, so I'm going to
purple.
assume that, maybe half the people in chat didn't check out the PTS. What were the design intentions for loot for TU10?
I think overall, it's making sure that the challenge matches the rewards as much as possible. And we've had that for NPCs, right? They already scaled with difficulty. You got better rolls, higher chances at high ends if you up the difficulty, completely filtering out purple on challenge and higher.
Said purple.
But of course, that wasn't true in every case. And that was also not true for cases that made a lot of sense to scale with that type of difficulty because they're part of that. So we wanted to kind of iron that out to make sure that the baseline of rewards that you get are appropriate for that challenge. And we also looked more into the minimum the minimum rolls for difficulties and how
This dude
Loot
loses
decides
me when he
what
talks.
power it is
It's
between
like he's
that
thinking
minimum
so hard of
and
how
full
to
god roll basically.
PC
Okay.
slash
It's good to know.
fucking
Obviously, there's been a bunch of other changes, and people can check out the patch notes over on the forums. I know mods can post a link to the patch notes in chat if people are interested in the into the nitty gritty details. I, for one, was playing today, and one of the small details that jumped out at me was when you're doing a control point and you clear it, and you still have blueprints left to get. You actually know what the blueprint is now, which is something that's been kind of frustrating not knowing. You just get this little icon before TU10 and now you actually know, so that's really cool.
well, you would know
we
when
talked
you
about this
go
before
to the
stream,
crafting
but that
station
might lead to
and you would have
some
your little
other
exclamation.
reasons. The reason you fixed that was for something bigger in TU10. Can we talk a little bit about that before? I mean, we're going to talk about that whole topic later on, but
Please not.
I guess
to name-
let's talk about crafting a little bit.
Ask the French guy.
Yeah, I think like what I was referring to
No.
before stream was we're going to talk about some exotics later on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In particular, the Regulus, and some people might have seen
Iron
that
Horse
that has a
exclusives.
blueprint locked on the crafting bench,
Yeah.
which means it is a new crafting quest. It is tied to the raid, like we said before. So most of the things that you need to do for the quest are tied to the raid. Some stuff is not. It's still quite an effort, but contrary to Eagle Bearer and Ravenous, you will have an endpoint where you will have a guaranteed Regulus by finishing that crafting quest.
It's a fucking
And
pistol.
along the
Who
way, you
gives
will
a
actually be
shit?
also collecting the blueprints for the new raid gear sets. And that is what I meant by, we need to fix that UI part where we display what blueprints you get. Otherwise, you will just see 6 icons, and that is it. So,
Cool. No, it's a small little quality of life thing, but it's a nice change to have. Are there any other things that you think people might have missed on the PTS that you think are nice things that made their way into TU10?
not sure about whether people missed them or not, but I think the bounties that drop in the open world from activities that you do, scaling with the global difficulty, is a nice change.
Mm-hmm.
There are, of course, still some bounties available at other difficulties, like the dailies that we have, but the ones that drop in the world should actually scale with your difficulty so that they're appropriate for what level you're actually playing at.
Cool. Again, chat, if you have any questions or things that you want us to maybe get to
Chat,
during the stream,
please
do let
light
us know.
them
We'll
the
do the best
fuck
that we
up
can.
with
I see Panty Thief, questionable name, but saying that Chameleon is fun now. That's really cool.
I haven't
The
tried mine
buffs to
out,
exotics
and mine
are
is
awesome.
god rolled. I can't wait.
I want to
Didn't play much
pivot a little
last
bit
night.
into what's coming next week. We talked about the issues with the Season 2 pass, but yeah, can you give us a rundown of some of the Season 2 top-level details?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, season 2 starts next week, and I've seen some people in chat being a bit confused by that because we were talking about the fact that the season 2 pass was available and that the season 2 already shows in the game. But basically, right now we are in what we call the pre-season week. So it's a season that's supposed to build up and prepare you, or prepare you
Yeah,
that's
it's
supposed
your
to build up and prepare you for
acclimated
the coming of the season.
prep
You
week.
may have noticed already that there's some voice lines actually that can happen with Skinner talking to Hornet and things like that. So this is all preparing for the coming of the season, and season 2 starts next week on the 23rd. So that will be next Tuesday. And then after that, you have 12 weeks of activities. You can see all of them in the game already. The whole season timeline is available. So these activities are, similarly to what was done with season 1. There will be global events, there will be leagues, there will be the new manhunt targets, of course.
Keener's
and
legacy.
and also then, of course, the whole season progression.
Talking
that
about
comes with
the
it.
French guy?
Mhm.
God, I can
with
never remember his
the free
name.
track with all the rewards, and then
Yamish?
the premium track if you buy the season pass.
We've got another apparel event in there as well. I would.
Yes.
Cool. I haven't seen the vanity stuff.
And
for that one yet,
Hollywood
but
global event.
Can you give us any hints as to what people might be
So
able to
which
expect?
global event gets
Well, it's
booted?
called Phoenix Down. So if you think of Phoenix and if you think of our game, it might give you an idea of
Phoenix down.
where this is going. Or maybe not.
Maybe
not.
no. I don't know.
A dead agent.
It's,
I'm excited.
What?
I don't know. I don't know if you want me to.
Come on, baby.
Maybe no spoilers. I mean,
Elaborate.
we don't want to like spoil other upcoming State of the Games, where of course we'll show off, pictures of things. I see Murphy asking for pictures. I want pictures as much as you do, but I'm not
Just
ready
give
to
me
go
further
rooting around
clues.
on the Ubisoft
Phoenix
network
down. What?
spoil
X
the
Men.
just
Yeah,
yet.
that's Fevers. That's totally.
Ooh, the
yeah, it's bird
Wolverine.
outfits,
The Wolverine. The
basically, because
But
it's
bird
going-
outfits.
that
Alright,
Yes.
bird,
fucking
so it's
outfit.
bird
That's exactly
cosplay.
what I meant.
Y'all see that? Yeah. The
Phoenix
old
from
school
X Men. I
Wolverine.
don't know that we would have
Oh shit.
the license for that. But that'd be pretty
Ah.
sick though.
That would be pretty cool.
Running around in full Wolverine.
Oh
like,
man, these motherfuckers
Really
are
great.
seconds behind me, baby.
Not as yet.
Shit, time to eat.
Okay, this is
And
a.
I think I want to comment a bit on because I don't want to people to think that we're
Phoenix
ignoring the
down.
conversation, especially regarding the season. And I see some people that are disappointed that season 2 is very similar to season 1 in structure and in activities.
Probably, yeah.
And I think
Rinse and
one
repeat.
thing
I understand.
that might not make it better, but at least to explain where we're coming from, is for us, seasons is really a way to structure the end game.
He's hard to
so
fucking
it's a
keep
way
up
for us
with.
to say, when you log into the game, if you have a specific purpose and if you want to look for something specific, then you should do that. You don't have to do the season. But if you log into the game and you're like, I don't really know what to do right now, I don't have a plan, the season is here to guide you and tell you, well, right now there's that thing going on, so you can do that thing. And also we make sure that as long as there's the season, you get rewarded by just playing the game, so you have the whole season progression. So of course
Every
it does not
fucking
replace new
Wednesday
content.
they come during State of the Game.
And we don't intend the season to be like like a replacement for new content that people should be excited for. So I can understand that some people are a bit disappointed because apart from the season, then we have the raid, but in the very short future, that's all we have. But we already talked about new things that we're working on. We talked about Skyscraper and stuff like that. So there is new things coming to look forward to. But yeah, I just want people to know that, of course, we don't intend the season to be to be a replacement for new content and new exciting activities. It's a way for us to just make sure the game is alive and there's something to do. There's some guidance in what you should be playing. It's just some fun new tweaks and new challenges that you can measure yourself against.
Cool. Actually, while we were talking about it, because I do have some little video clips of some of the exotics that we'll be talking about. 2 of them are attached to the raid, and we'll get to those soon. But while we're
What's
talking
so
about
special about
season
this
stuff, I
fucking
just want to
pistol?
take a look at. I'm all about
Oh.
marksman rifles, and I actually think I'll
Marksman
probably jump back into
rifle. Yeah, I
playing
don't
it,
give
even
a
though like
fuck
the
then.
rifle meta of TU9 is probably still, around with various build changes. But I want to try and make a marksman
That definitely
rifle
looks
build
like
work,
a
especially with the
50
headhunter
fucking
talent
cow
that
round.
we're seeing now,
for
and
the
also
hold up, yeah, give me that
Mantis
right
just
there.
looks super cool.
That's a pretty big ass round
The
right there.
vial is also on the season track, correct?
Yes, the vial.
Yep.
I want to get that shit. They already fixed it
Good
though,
to know.
right? So
It does look great.
we can't
Legend
get
of
vial or mantis
GOW
anymore.
saying
Did
in
he say
chat,
they fixed that shit?
I'm super into it.
I want the
so I have to
vial.
wait until next week until I can start on the season track, but I'll be hitting that pretty hard, I think.
I'm a fucking farm mass
Um,
today.
So just again to clarify, Yannick, season 2 is slightly different from season 1. The season pass 1 was included in the purchase of the Warlords of New York expansion. This time around, it's slightly different,
We have to
but
buy the.
you don't have to buy season 2.
We have
Can
to
you
buy
just
the
clarify that
premium.
one more time? I know we
shit,
talk about
right?
it every week, but
$10.
Yeah, no, just to make sure it's as clear as
$7.50,
possible.
$7 for
If you
y'all.
own Warlords of New York, the season is available to
Euro
you without
people.
any extra cost.
Maybe
So you can
$8.
play the season, you can play all the activities of the season, you can play
Nikki,
all
not
the,
Nico. My bad,
global
Nikki.
events, the leagues, the apparel event, all of that you can play. And you get the progression as well with the free track, so that's the one that's on top. But then on top of that, you can purchase the season pass, which unlocks the premium track. So that's the one at the bottom that comes with extra rewards, and also it comes with a new project that will give you extra season XP.
Okay,
Oh.
cool.
So it's a
I want to
it's a
transition
XP boost
into
in a
talking
way.
about the raid, unless you have any other season-related things you want to talk about, Yannick.
Not season related, but what I would like to mention, just because also something that I want the community to know, but there's been a lot of discussion regarding the cooldown on the hive, especially cooldown on skills in general, especially cooldown blocking you from changing your loadout and all of that. And yeah, so the revive hive cooldown being super long and preventing you from changing loadout, preventing you from changing skills and all of that. Just want everybody to know that we agree with that feedback, and we're looking at it, and we're going to change that to make it much easier and faster to be able to change loadout,
Awesome. That's cool.
change skill.
There is going to be a 10.1, and we'll talk about that in the upcoming weeks. Now it's a little bit too soon to kind of get into that topic, but there will be changes coming in an upcoming client patch. All right, raid time. I want to
Any old
say
time.
that I
Riggedy
think the
raggedy
trailer
raid
for
for
the raid
me.
was
I
super
don't know
cool.
how
So I want
that
to show that
came
to people now. We'll be back in how long is the? Oh, it's 1 minute. So we'll be back in a minute to talk about the raid. All right, enjoy because this is super cool. Lots of
re-roll that
explosions.
bitch. Reconfigure, unless you got limited exotic components. Oh shit! Sweet. They always fucking crush on trailers. That's what I hate about Ubi. They crush on trailers, man.
Let's go!
Bum, baka, 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 bum. They can only make games. Here's the trailer. Blank. God damn.
All right, lots of explosions, lots of flamey stuff. I just want to give a shout out. I don't know if the brand art team watched this, but that is some seriously impressive work from home work, and it's
Fuck.
next level awesome. So I'm into it.
From
I hope people are
home.
excited about the raid.
Made that trailer, god damn.
After seeing the Regulus cameo in there and also seeing it on the PTS and the way that that pistol works, I'm pretty sure that I'll be jumping into the raid as soon as I can, because I'm pretty hyped about a pistol build.
Hey, that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
So,
Pistol
all right,
build with
yes, I want to
that John
clarify
Wick build.
the dates for the raid. People will have seen last week
June 30th.
what we have going on there. So,
And then
the
follow-
raid starts on June
screenshot.
30th. Yannick, can you clarify how that
That
day might
is
go in
a
terms
funky
of
ass
maintenances,
mask.
if there is one,
Twitch drops.
deployment of the raid? What can people expect,
That's
especially
the
those who are
backpack
looking to kind of
trophy.
hit the ground running and maybe be first in the world at completing that whole
That is
thing?
some goofy ass. Nope.
I mean, June
don't care,
30th,
but
we
I'm
will have
still
a
gonna do
maintenance,
it.
like our usual weekly maintenance, but at the same time as usual. The opening of the raid does not require maintenance, so just be on the lookout for the proper time, because it will just open live.
So it starts.
Cool. That's really good. I do want to I'll drop a link in chat
8
so people who
o'clock
haven't linked
my time
their
in the
Twitch
morning.
accounts with their Ubisoft accounts, you will need to do that to be eligible for
Watch
Twitch
the world
drops.
first.
It'll be
race.
if you are watching for X amount of time. I don't actually have the amounts of
I
time
hear fucking
on me right now.
Marco and Wids
It'll
are
be
on a squad
A certain
together.
amount of time for the mask and a certain amount of time for
Okay.
the backpack trophy. And we'll
I need a
clarify that
console
definitely before
squad.
June 30th.
Be just down to
So
fucking
definitely go
24
and
hours
link
that
your
bitch.
accounts, because otherwise you will miss out, and we don't want you to feel like if you're watching that you're like, why didn't I get my Twitch drops? It's likely because you didn't link your account. So go over and do that as soon as you can.
But
I just want
I'm
to
gonna
pull up
see today
the
when I
regulars
get
while
back.
we're here,
Checking my
because It's
bad.
super cool, and we saw a quick cameo in the trailer before. Nikki, can we talk a little bit more about? Was there any other things we can say about the crafting side of how this might go down, or do we want to leave that as a bit of a discovery?
I can tell you that the first step to kick it off is to just complete the raid,
Yep.
and then you will get 2 separate projects, and you can take it from there, basically. Those projects are linked to
2 separate
the
projects.
gear sets. In the first raid, we just dropped those blueprints from the bosses once a week from every boss. And we now kind of incorporated them into this longer crafting quest where you get both the blueprints and the regulars at the end. So, but there are several steps in between.
Okay, that's cool. It's mad powerful. If you go and have a look, there's some YouTube videos up about like the effect of when you headshot people, you'll create like a 5-meter explosion, and
Yeah,
it's like 400%
thanks to
weapon damage or
PC
something.
people, right?
It's bonkers.
Fucking
And then
getting all that extra
the
content.
Ravenous, which people may also have seen, the double barrel rifle is
shit.
pretty tricky. It's I think this is going to be a little bit of a thinking man's rifle, where like you have offensive capabilities on the right shoulder, and then left shoulder gives you defensive.
I love switching shoulders in
Macho's
combat.
saying he has a video on the pistol, and it is nuts. I'm excited.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm excited about the weapon model for that one because that's just pretty. So, if for no other reason, I just want to get it because it's pretty. It's probably like I need to up my IQ before I use that gun, but you know, we'll try it out if I ever manage to get my hands on it.
Dude, a
the
game
other thing
designer's like,
that's
shut
worth
the
talking about,
fuck
if you remember
up, man.
back to the
We're
first
supposed
raid,
to have a more...
we did have a bit of a reward for the people that managed to get there first.
He's gonna get it
And
talking
we
to
are
you
doing
after
the same
this stream.
thing this time per platform. So PC and console, both consoles will get their own, and you will
Does that
take pride of
include
place
fucking
in the White House.
Stadia?
Should you manage to be first?
Does Stadia get
I
their
mean,
own?
I don't know if it's going to be, you know, back to back for previous winners, but I mean,
Hey, I can
I'd
get
be
part of the
excited to see if
Stadia
anyone
team.
manages to do that.
I'll try to find an 8-man squad of Stadia.
Twitch rivals?
Would
I don't
be
know if
nice
there's any
if it's
Twitch
a
rivals.
different team also.
It would be nice. I would like to see some
New
rivalry
faces.
take place, but we'll see. I don't know. People are already asking Macho and Solid for raid carries. Same.
Can tell you it won't be me.
It won't be me either, but it's we'll see. We'll see. But no, I am really excited for June 30th to just kind of chill out and watch everyone go ham on it. It's going to be very cool.
If I can get
So
up
the level 40
I don't
version will
want to
be
use
available
LFGs,
immediately.
man.
Yannick,
God,
currently
that
the level 30
fucking
version
pisses me off.
should
I
be
have to
available
do
the
that
following
in
week. Is
order
that
to
correct?
play a fucking
Yes, 1
game.
week later, yeah.
Cool. And then the discovery mode will be coming later, and we'll give people updates on that as soon as we have them.
Yep.
So we talked about the exotics and some of the ways in which you can get them. The gear sets, the Foundry's Bulwark, and the Future Initiative that people have
Gloves
seen
are at Cassie
on the
for
PTS.
Foundry Bulwark.
Is there anything we need to say about those, Nikki?
Yeah, I think some people were surprised that they were getting them outside of the raid, but it's always been our intention to only make the backpack and chest exclusive to the raid, because we did learn from the first raid that because it is locked behind a kind of exclusive type of content, those gear sets were underused at first, and we want players to experience them and make builds around them and give feedback on them and so on. So this is kind of like an in-between solution where we do have exclusive rewards for the raid, but to throw together a basic set, you don't need the backpack and the chest, but only the other 4 items. And those are just available like any other gear piece in the game.
Cool. Perfect. Yannick, is there anything else we need to say about the raid? I think that's kind of all of the information we need to get to. Obviously, there's new collectibles and commendations and all that sort of stuff coming, and there, I'm pretty sure there's an article up over on thedivisiongame.com with all
I moved the
As you're reading the
controller.
thing,
What?
You can head over there as well. As always, we'll be keeping an eye on chat. Yannick and Nikki, if there's anything in there that you think you have a nice answer for, that would be great. or not a nice answer, an answer. Maybe it's not a nice answer. Maybe it's something that's hard to hear. I
Don't
don't
let
particularly
Nikki
mind as long
fucking
as it's
answer.
true.
Imagine his
But
fucking.
we'll go through some agent highlights. Yannick, it sounded like you wanted to say something.
Imagine
before I
if
did that.
he typed
you
out
asked
an
me if I
answer
had
for
something
you.
more to say, but you didn't let me talk. So
Sorry, your body language is throwing me
I'm like,
off.
if you would see my camera, you would see me with like. uh, no, so I want to explain a bit our reasoning behind delaying the level 30 or having a delay between level 40 and level 30. I understand this is not going to be popular with everyone, but at least I want to give a bit of a background. For us, the raid is really like the ultimate challenge for the players. It's the ultimate challenge for the most
Yeah,
optimized
the
and
ultimate
advanced
challenge
players.
to get a fucking
And
squad
while we
together.
have those in level 40 and level 30, we really wanted to put the level 40 version in the spotlight because this is where this is where the challenge, the toughest challenge is going to be, because this is the highest version of our game, or the highest level version of our game. We also really didn't want the world first race to turn into a race between level 40 and level 30, because then whichever side wins, there's going to be a debate and a question about the balancing of those two modes. Were they really equal, or was one
Really, I think
easier
we
or
can
harder than the
have a
other?
fine distinction of the
So we
difference
didn't
between
really
40
want
and
that to
30.
end up being a race between those two versions. So that's why we decided to prioritize the level 40 as the official world
I don't
first
believe
race.
the Eagleberry is.
But of course, we will be keeping an eye on
they
the level
only
30
said,
version as well, and we will be happy to
Bighorn
celebrate the world first on the level 30.
on the paperwork.
Just the same.
I can read
Okay.
you the patch notes right
All
here.
right.
On that.
As I said, if there are any things
Oh,
that
I
pop up
licked
in
my
chat that you want
finger.
to address, we
COVID.
will do so. But I want to take a look at a couple of
let me
agent
get off
highlights
the
for the
note.
week, because I mad enjoy these, and I think they are very cool because our community keeps creating really cool stuff. And if you've been following this show for a while, you will have seen Grand Eric's pop up. I don't know if you're in chat, but thanks for being
The
awesome
drone is
and
fishing.
continuing to create stuff.
What's
I
the
saw
secret
actually
one?
with
That's
this one that
funny.
you were tweeting out that you were really stoked to be doing some more cute stuff.
Sushi.
I particularly like that the drone has a hat and the Seeker Mine looks to have a snorkel and mask. So that is 10 out of 10. And
Hey,
and
he's
sushi,
got one
so
of
it's
those
I'm just trying to keep an eye. Yeah, you
tidal
are in chat.
basin hovercrafts.
It's been really cool to see
Oh, yeah, it is in
these
the
things pop
background.
up, especially at a time when we're all
Alright,
locked at
but
home and trying to
I'm fucking
stay
so
sane.
ADD. Hold
That's,
up.
that's really cool. Yannick, why aren't you sending in your fan art? I'm mad disappointed.
What the fuck did I say? Bitch, get off my screen.
You shy? Or
Yeah.
you don't want to embarrass everyone else and make them
I'll
feel
maybe
inferior.
with my,
Oh, I thought it was home.
fantastic skills. Yeah.
Okay.
My
let's say it's
controller's
that.
listening to
And
me. Ain't
we also
that a
saw over on
bitch?
Reddit that Mary Dixon is joining the slew of cosplayers who are pumping out awesome stuff. This is really cool.
God damn, that's a
And
real chick.
The watch looks orange. My color vision isn't great.
Good job,
Chat.
Mary.
Orange or red? What's
What
your
is that
call?
cover? Remind me
I think that's
when
definitely orange.
Wawa
Yeah.
tried to kick
Do you
me
think,
out
Yannick, if
because
we went back, we'd probably make a
Oh,
better distinction
Wawa.
between orange and red?
you have to still wear
Maybe
masks
choose a
in
different
stores?
color? I don't know.
I believe Texas now has
I don't
to
know.
now that
Just
we've had
shower
a spike
thoughts.
in
These
COVID.
things I think about
Now
sometimes.
that
All right, Nikki's left the
you
stream.
know.
They're
No,
all-
he's
they're
coming
all-
back.
Maybe that's the whole point.
Alright,
They're all
hold up.
shades of
I
very
know I
similar
got it
color,
right.
so maybe the line between orange and red is not that. Not that
Oh,
strong.
deep.
talent. Here we go.
Yannick's
Here we
going
go.
meta. I like it. But Mary's cosplay, super cool. I particularly also like the headset. Just gonna say.
See
I'm a
right
sucker
here.
for
I don't
for
know
a
if this
headset
is a typo.
ever since, Yannick,
Exotics.
you grew up on Backstreet Boys. And
Added
Britney.
Warlords of New York
unassuming.
Season 1 exotics, excluding the Bighorn,
No?
to targeted loot.
No, you don't have a fondness for headsets.
Yeah, they don't mention.
You know, like a nice.
That's
It might
about Warlords of New York.
Give me a thumbs down if you disagree.
Maybe it is still
No,
exclusive.
fun fact:
to Raid 1.
when I started going on
I
internet
believe it
back
is.
when internet was very young, the first thing I did, the first website I put together was a petition against Britney Spears to ask her to stop singing.
Whoa. Rude.
And I would go on Diablo Battle.net and try to get people to sign that petition.
Yannick, you're a horrible bully.
That was my life as a teenager.
Wow. There you go.
What about Diablo?
People better remember that.
I hear a lot of
Oh, my
good
dog's
things
coming
about
in.
Diablo and Diablo
wants to say
4
hi.
with PlayStation 5.
Did you see
I may have
anything in
to-
chat that you want to address, Nikki, Yannick?
I don't know.
Yeah, two things related to the season level issue that we had with season 2.
I'm not a big fan of the
I saw some people in
bird's eye
chat
view
saying
of
that
the
they
game,
actually
though.
now currently have a chest and backpacks from the raid sets. They are on the season track as well, but you will only earn them once, right? So you will get a full set of both sets through the season reward. So if you have them now, it's very possible that that happened through the season pass bug.
Yeah.
If they are
Alright.
dropping from stuff that they shouldn't be dropping from,
Don't
then
fucking
of course
report
we
it.
would like to know.
No, I
But
don't think so.
haven't seen that
I
happen
guarantee
myself.
you I'm gonna report it if I get a
The other
drop.
thing was about
I am not that
the
fucking
field proficiency
good of a
caches.
guy.
So we've implemented so that if your season level is at
The
max
fucking
and you
guilt
level
just
up your
immediately
watch,
starts
you
raining
will also
over.
get a field
Would
proficiency
I
cache.
report it?
But because of the season level issue, if it does get reset correctly now in this preseason week, you are not at max season level. So that's why you're not getting any field proficiency caches in this week. But if you finish the season, you will again.
I also saw a pretty good question. I don't know if we have the answer to it, but we'll try. Gamura
That's a
was
good
asking,
fucking
when can we
argument,
buy
Mike.
Season 1 apparel with
Oh,
textiles?
shit, they called the
Season 1
cops.
apparel, will that have a source, Yannick?
I actually don't know.
Okay, well, we'll
Very good question. I need
chase
to
that up.
investigate.
It's a really good question. We'll let you know. Hopefully we have an answer for that next week.
One thing I want to address is regarding NPCs and NPC difficulty, because I've seen a bunch of people bringing it up. And it's the same. I don't
What
want
are people bitching about?
I don't want folks to think we're ignoring it. There is no change, no intended change in TU10 regarding NPC difficulty to make NPCs harder or that would justify NPCs hitting harder or being more aggressive than they were before.
Yeah,
The last
I would hope
pass we
not.
did on NPC
Y'all
was
didn't
9.1.
touch that shit.
So if the game really feels different, then that means there's something that made it in this update that was not intended. So we are looking into
Maybe
it.
your
but what helps
classic
is
Inwood
just
A
good
kind of got
reports,
nerfed a little bit.
and good examples. So
little
if you have anything that helps us identify what may have happened, if anything happened, because there's always also just a question of the balancing of the game is a bit different, so things might just feel different but not actually have changed. But at least I just want to tell everyone that we haven't stealth changed something on the NPCs. So if there is something different, it's not intentional, and we will have to find out what it is.
Yeah, if you do have any examples of things that are acting up really, really funky, please let us know. The more detail, the better, so we can address those if there are issues there. Do let us know. Yannick, Nikki, I'll give you one more chance to address stuff. Otherwise, we're going to end the stream in just a sec.
Sounds
Yeah, I saw one more thing related to the containers scaling.
God damn it, him in purple.
In particular, when playing bounties. Bounties don't really take place inside a volume, a predefined volume, like a mission does or a living world activity does.
This
bounties can just basically
vocabulary is
spawn
way
all over
over
the place.
me, man.
So all of the loot that you get from the bosses will actually scale with the difficulty of the bounty. But all of the containers you just run into while doing that bounty are basically just open world containers, and they don't scale with the open world difficulty, the global difficulty, or the bounty difficulty. They're just containers that happen to be around, basically. So for bounties, it's just the loot of the enemies.
Cool. All right. Yannick, one last chance. Or we're good. Or you could sing us a song. I'll take either.
Oh, sing us a song.
No, I'll just
Where the
blink for everyone.
agents go
Right.
along.
Okay, next week, join us again as
There,
Yannick
I just
does a
did.
Britney cover
I got one thing to talk about after.
to redeem himself for all his
I
years
believe-
of
I'm feeling a bit
cruelty.
sick.
trying to
I don't think I will be
close.
here next week.
Okay. All right, fine.
I'm coughing.
Thanks everyone for
Come
coming
on,
by the
answer
stream.
some
We hope that
questions.
you
Chat,
enjoyed
hurry up,
Team 10.
line
Please
them up.
let us know your experience with it. Good, bad, somewhere in between. Just general feedback is always great. The forums are the best place for feedback always. We love having you here in chat, and it gives us a bit of a read of stuff. But your messages go real quick, and sometimes we, might miss stuff. So catalog your thoughts on the forums in a nice, concise way.
Oh,
and
great.
those are the best ways
Just
to
to
do it.
read.
We'll catch you again next week, and then the week after that is the raid. So June 30th, if you missed that.
Season 2 next week.
Season starts on the 23rd, Season 2, which is next Tuesday. So bookmark that, and
And then the
guess
following
we'll all be-
Tuesday's the raid
be grinding.
for level 40.
We'll see you
The
again
following
for
Tuesday's
164
the raid
next
for
week.
level 30.
Thanks, Yannick and Nikki, for joining today.
Okay. Alright, they're still gonna keep talking. I guess they're done? Anyway, so the raid. I may dip into the LFGs only because that's the way this fucking game's set up. I need to find a squad that's like down to run raid like the whole fucking weekend of June 30th. But besides that, Friday is the release of Last of Us Part 2. Unfortunately, I will be getting the game and we'll be streaming it, and that's it. I'm not going to cover the game. If anything, I just put up the missions on YouTube. And as for streaming, though, I'm going to stream the whole campaign live. But I can't start Friday. I have a family thing to go to. I had a family death, and I got to go taking that. And so I will start Saturday, which actually is officially my off day, but I will start Saturday streaming Last of Us 2, and it'll be mostly just day gaming. So those streams will run like early afternoon to late afternoon, and then the normal stream hours will still be for TD2 and Rocket League at times, you know, when we partake in the adult beverages and the adult greeneries. But I don't know if y'all see, I'm a little pussy when it comes to scary games. So hearing a clicker in the distance, I don't know. I just need to stream it because I can't play those games by myself. And unfortunately, these games are only solo games. So I will be streaming Last of Us Part 2 starting this Saturday. And until I beat the game. I hope y'all watch. It'll be a hell of a ride, and I want somebody to talk to while I play it. And this evening stream will be back. I fixed my issue in a way. I know I didn't stream the last couple nights. It's this stupid code execution V. The fuck is it called? V Crunt time? V Croon time? 140.dll. Bullshit. Anyway. So that was the stream. All they did was cover, well, Nikki covered how purples still drop in heroic, I guess. And I guess challenging world tier or world difficulty. The raid starts June 30th for all of us in-gamers. At level 30, it starts the following Tuesday. God, I'm so ADD. I'm watching the background. It's just like all these screenshots. And so thanks for watching this live stream, live reaction state of the game. Thanks for all the support, and as always, I say peace. Oh yeah, by the way, Mike, you and Ryan, I need to still get y'all with the mods if y'all are interested. Now I'm off. I gotta go buy some dip, run some errands, and then get back to the grind for TD2.